Hey guys, welcome to Simple Real Estate. I'm Joe Seminary. Today we're going to be talking about evicting tenants during this whole moratory COVID-19 thing, and a lot of landlords are really suffering hard. Got a couple of requests to do a video on that and what I think. Basically, listen, it's frustrating as all hell for both the landlord and the tenant. I mean, I think this is a situation where if both parties don't take a breather, they're going to be ripping at each other's throats. And I've always found that if you can try to communicate with the tenant and see their side of things and try to come, a lot of people might say, oh, I'm not doing that. They're living in my house. Most tenants want to pay the rent. They do. And, everybody falls under some difficult times. You as the landlord should be sympathetic to it. Now, are there people that are going to take advantage? Yeah, there is a lot of scum out there, and that's a kind word for people who really just think that they're supposed to live for free and take advantage of the system. And there's a flip side to that. There are individuals who really just need help and are looking for the landlord to try to come up with a reasonable. I can tell you that if you can come up with a solution on working with your tenant, it is going to be much more inexpensive for you than if you were to try to go to court and evict them. Because in just about every state, now it's gotten a little light. It's gotten a little light than it was eight months ago. Now you can bring a tenant to court and try to evict them for a nuisance or something related to your lease, violating your lease. Some states you cannot evict based on not paying rent, so there's some loopholes in there. But for the most part, if you can try to reach out to your tenant and work out some sort of payment schedule, there are government programs that require both you and the tenant to work together so that you're getting your rent on time. And that's probably, a lot of people don't want to hear that in the beginning. They want to hear about some quick way to get them thrown out in the streets within 2 weeks. And I'm telling you, it's not going to happen. It's not. I've consulted with many attorneys on this, and you have to try to change your personality to where you can try to work it out. Now, if a tenant is taking advantage, and there are some really horrible scum out there, then there are ways to do it. There are ways to evict tenants, and you have to start documenting everything. Like, no tenant is 100% clean. No tenant is maybe not playing their radio loudly or making noise. No tenant is not breaking something in the house. So you need to take a ledger and keep track of everything that's happening. And at that point, that's what you're going to go to court with. If you live in New York, New Jersey, and Connecticut, and California, I'm sorry, my friends, but it is going to be a rough road, because not only are tenants more savvy to take control of the system, but the politicians are just as bad in these areas, and they do not side with the landlord. Even if you're some hardworking person that finally got the money to pay for this house, you're trying to send your kids to school, do the right thing, and now this is actually bleeding you. It's becoming a money hog instead of a money maker. So that, I feel for you. If you're in a landlord-tenant friendly state, you can get them out. You'll be able to get them out at this point probably in 4 to 6 weeks, and it's not going to be for no paying of rent. So I suggest you document everything. Every time you have a complaint from your neighbor, every time they violated something on your lease, it could be anything. Find something in that lease that you can hold them accountable for, and then that would be your way out. The government has made a small area and a loophole in the eviction process that you could take advantage of it. But if you're from those states that I just mentioned, good luck, because it's going to be quite difficult. But really, you might see light at the end of the tunnel. I have always been a big fan in just trying to relate to the tenants, letting them know you have a mortgage, you have taxes, and you have utilities you have to pay. And how the hell are you going to do it if they don't come up with something? And you know what? Look, this government is helping everybody out right now. Very few people are at the balls of their ass, or maybe the other way around, and can't contribute something to the rent. There's programs in just about every county, so you just have to look for them. They won't announce it, unfortunately. It'll be after something you'll have to look. But a lot of these municipalities are trying to help people, both landlords and tenants, even though it does seem that nobody's helping the landlord. But there are programs out there that you can really try to get a hold of. Try not to lose your cool. That's the main thing. Don't get crazy. Don't think you're going to knock at the door, threaten these people. Don't put your hands on them. Try to work with them, because in the end, trust me, it's going to be expensive if you have to go to court, and you probably won't get the results that you're looking for. You might get the results you're looking for if you just reach out and try to see if you can work out something. But a half a loaf of bread is better than no bread at all. So that's my advice here for evicting tenants. I should retitle this "Working with Your Tenant," because that's really what it's going to have to come down to these days to try to get some of your funding. But good luck. Don't lose your cool. Remember, people fall on hard times, and I get it. I get where you're coming from too. It's hard for you, because at the end of the day, they could sit there rent free, but you're the one that's going to have to continue to pay the bills and keep the place rolling. So I feel you, but look into those municipalities and try to get some help. And if you like this video, do me a favor, like, comment, and share it, so that maybe other people down here can learn and grow as a channel whole. Thanks, guys.